So the PMI says if you want to think about a problem, if you're presented with a problem, look at what's good about it. Look at what's bad about it. Then look at what's interesting about it. So we know they say if you have to decide something, list the pros and cons. Say what's good and what's bad about it. But there's a third one, which is what's interesting. The plus is what's good. The minus is what's bad. And the interesting is what you find interesting about the idea. If we made windows out of transparent plastic instead of glass, if we made windows out of transparent plastic instead of glass, so let's say I said to you, for 2 minutes think about what would be good if we made windows out of transparent plastic instead of glass. These are 2 ideas, but I'm sure you'd come up with, each of you would come up with 10 or 11 ideas, I'm sure. They wouldn't break as easily if they're made out of plastic. You could throw something at them and hopefully they wouldn't smash like glass would smash. And they wouldn't splinter and be sharp when they do break up, hopefully with plastic. So those would be things that would be good. So you'd think about things for 2 minutes, just what were good about getting rid of glass and making it plastic. Then after that, we take a break. We think about what would be bad. It might be more expensive plastic than glass. It could get scratched easily. The students would get cigarette lighters and put it up to the plastic window. You'd have a big bulge in your window, which could be bad or good, depending on if it's art class or not. So these are things that would be bad. So we'd spend 2 minutes thinking just what would be bad. And then we'd think about interesting. So interesting is 2 things. Interesting is how would we make it cheaper, or how would we make them less easily scratched? So interesting is what alternatives could we think of to change the minuses to make them work? Or what does it tell us about our behavior to date? So the fact that we've always used glass might be to do with the fact that we've always used glass. So maybe nobody ever thought to use plastic for windows because we've always used glass and we're just lazy in our thinking. Maybe that's what using glass tells us. And maybe we could have all kinds of fun, different colours. Windows, if we use plastic, because it's easier to dye plastic than glass. So 2 minutes, think about what's good. 2 minutes, think about what's bad. And then 2 minutes, think about what's interesting. Okay.